Hello, hello, hello! And welcome back to another Dabbling in Drag. At this point, is it still dabbling in drag, or are we like full-on entrenched? If you aren't already, make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you know exactly when I post these videos. Last month, we were looking pretty cool with our Ice Queen Couture. This look was super involved, so I'm really glad you liked it, because it was a ton of work. Between the bodice and the skirt and the headpiece and the rhinestones, it was just the most. In the best way possible. But this month I need to rein it in. We're gonna do something simple. Famous last words. We're pulling inspiration from the season 11 promo shoot. The slogan for this year was go big or go home. So by replacing the word big with wig, suddenly it was all draggy and everybody was small and all the objects were big and listen, I don't know. The marketing team over there made a choice. Overall, the style prompt was color blocking, and there's a very distinct color palette going on, so that is what we are going to use to guide our creation. Keeping that in mind, the look I'm serving today is very 60s mod, Twiggy inspired, simple, clean lines, color blocking, and it should be a lot of fun. So let's get into it. Smooth, shaved, and ready for action. As always, let's go ahead and block out these brows. Brows are flat, but I don't know if they're blocked. In the past, at this step, I would go ahead and draw on eyebrows because I feel like eyebrows provide a framework for your eye. However, I've noticed that when I draw my eyebrows first, my eye makeup gets significantly smaller. And this face needs big makeup. So I'm gonna draw the eye first and come back to the eyebrow later. Admittedly, this eye makeup is gonna be a little bit of an experiment. Even though the prompt is color block, my look is very like 60s Twiggy mod, so I want to have that reflected in the eye makeup. A lot of the elements in that 60s graphic eye, I already kind of do. And I want it to feel a little different than what I already do, but still look like me. You see the struggle, but hopefully you won't see the struggle. Let's find out. Alright, we have our 60s eye. I'm not sure about the shape of this brow, but I also haven't drawn brows for a little while. It feels a little strange to me, honestly, just because it's a different eye shape. I have eyebrows. These are things that I'm not used to, but this is good. I need to challenge myself. I need to push myself. I feel like after a year, I've really developed a look for Sierra Mist's eye makeup that I feel comfortable and confident with, so now's a good time to shake that up. Whether it's successful or not, we'll find out. At the very least, let me try and be symmetrical and get the same thing on this eye. Let's show you how I did it. I'm gonna go ahead and take this shirt off too, because we don't got time for that. First things first, we're tapping some of our Maybelline Super Stay Foundation all over our lid and eyebrow. This gives us a nice tacky base to work with. Next, we're dipping into the shade Thrifting from my Flower Child palette. This is by Max Up the Makeup Cosmetics. And we're going to tap this in to create our crease. The crease shape for this is a little bit different than what we normally do. It's a little bit more curved, and I want it to feel pretty lifted to give us that nice graphic 60s crease. And I can go ahead and take this same color and tap it under my eye. With the rough shape of those colors stamped in, I'm going to take a loose fluffy brush. This is B06 by Spectrum, and I'm going to blend out the colors in an upward motion. Dipping into my Prados beauty palette, I'm grabbing our frequently used navy shade, and I'm going to use that to deepen the colors we've already created. Going back in with that Thrifting teal shade, I'm going to blend those colors together. Now I'm going to take a little bit of micellar water and I'm going to use that to clean up the line under the crease and really match it to the shape of the other eye. It doesn't have to be super clean because eventually we'll go in with some graphic liner. Taking some Ben Nye Clown White Cream, I'm going to go ahead and define the underside of my eyebrow and blend that down into the liner. And then I'm taking a little bit of that Clown White Cream and blending it on the inner corner of my eye and under my waterline. Taking a little bit of my Maybelline Super Stay Foundation in 102, I'm tapping that onto the lid. I'm keeping in mind that I want to leave space for my graphic liner as well as my black shapes, but I want to give a nice base to tap some other colors on and create a nice blend. Now I want to start to build the shape of my liner. I'm dipping into my black Airy shade from the BH Cosmetics Zodiac palette, and on a flat angled brush, I'm starting to sketch out the shape of my liner. I'm then going to take my colors and blend that out, moving towards the inner corner of the eye. And to blend on top of that eyelid, I'm using just a little bit of the shade Festival from my Flower Child palette. So I went ahead and started the black liner off camera because I get nervous. But I want to show you the white liner and how much it really transforms the shape of this eye. I'm using my little Beetles micro art brush and some Wolf white body paint. We're tracing along the shape of the crease that we carved earlier and making sure to match to our other side. The eyes look pretty even. Now let's take care of this brow. To create this brow shape, I'm dipping into some Van Nye cream colors. This is just a rough sketch. I always go in and define it with shadows later. Next, I'm taking some concealer and I'm defining the top part of the brow. It's time to jump into foundation. I'm gonna go off camera, prep my skin, and I'll be right back. Alright, we are prepped, primed, and our beard is blocked. Let's get into the skin. You know the drill. I'm mixing my Maybelline Superstay foundations in 105 and 115 to get myself a nice base and full coverage. Going in with my highlight color 102. This is Fair Porcelain. Now let's blend it out. Mixing together some Van Nye creams, I'm creating a little bit of a highlight color. This is not stark white, I'm mixing in a little bit of a foundation color. Jumping into the contour, we're sticking with our Maybelline Superstay in Mocha Mocha. I learned last time a little bit of this goes a long way for me, so we're keeping that in mind. Looks dark now, let's buff it together. Looking good. Admittedly, there is a fair amount of texture on my skin because my skin has been super dry and irritated this winter. But it's okay, the lights are forgiving. Using my NYX setting powder, I'm tapping this on in the high points of the face. Let's quickly get into our powder contour. Contour generally on, feeling good. Let me go ahead and do a dot on my nose and let's get into the blush. The blush for this look, we're gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna use yellow blush, and instead of cutting my nose blush where I normally do, I'm gonna kind of blur it across the whole bridge of my nose. This could look bad, but I don't have time to change it, so we're gonna go with it. Okay, this needs some depth. I'm going in with Oh Behave from my Honey palette by ColourPop. Okay, looking cute, coming along. Let me do a little bit of Go Go Girl from the Mod About You palette by Trixie Cosmetics. And dipping now into Plush Bunny. This is looking cute. Let's set it and highlight. Across the blush and the cheeks, I'm dipping into Yellow Diamond by Better Lace Beauty. Next, I'm dipping into Pearl by Milani. With the dusting of Sparkle Freckles, I'm ready for some actual sparkle. This is Lemon Bar by Trixie Cosmetics. Okay, we need to get into some lips, quickly. I'm first using the Maybelline Superstay ink crayon. This is 105 on the grind. Not the best, not the worst, but I love the color. Next, I'm going in with the Maybelline Superstay matte ink in 55 Driver. And we're gonna let that dry down to matte. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the corners. Oh, listen, these lips are everything. I'm gonna go off camera real quick. I'm gonna touch up these eyebrows, throw on some lashes, and I'll be right back. We have the lashes on, we are bald, we are ready for the wig, and the heels, and the outfit, and the earrings, and to take you to set, so let's go.